The 2025-26 season marks a defining chapter for Manchester City. After a rare trophy-less campaign, finishing third in the Premier League with just 71 points and exiting early in the Champions League, Pep Guardiola's side is undergoing its most significant rebuild since his arrival in 2016. The once dominant machine appeared fatigued, with key stars either injured, aging, or underperforming. In response, the club initiated a bold transformation under new sporting director Hugo Viana. City's strategy is now sharply focused: offload high earners, refresh the tactical spine, and inject youth and versatility into a team that once ran like clockwork. The rebuild began in January and accelerated in the summer, with City already spending close to £293 million across two windows, making this their most active market stretch in years. Let's start with the confirmed signings. In January 2025, City spent £183 million to address immediate weaknesses. They added Abdulkadir Kusanov from RC Lens for £33.5 million and Vitor Reis from Palmeiras for £29.6 million, both young ball-playing centre-backs intended to shore up a defence hit hard by injuries to John Stones, Ruben Dias and Nathan Ake. In midfield, Nico Gonzalez joined from Porto for £50 million, a dynamic option to relieve pressure on Rodri. Up front, Omar Marmoush arrived as a versatile forward to support Erling Haaland, replacing the departed Julian Alvarez. In the summer, City have continued their momentum with four more additions. Ryan Ait Nouri arrived from Wolves for £36.3 million, finally giving Pep a natural left back after years of makeshift solutions. Ryan Chucky, a highly creative 20-year-old from Lyon, joined for £34 million, offering flair and unpredictability in the final third. Tijani Reinders, signed from AC Milan for £46.3 million, is an energetic midfielder capable of progressing play and covering ground box to box. City also brought in Marcus Bettinelli from Chelsea on a nominal fee, adding experienced backup to the goalkeeping department. In total, the club has invested £293 million in 8 players, each one fitting a tactical need rather than being a luxury addition. So, how do these moves elevate the current setup? City's biggest issue last season was structural instability. Injuries to Rodri, Stones, and Diaz disrupted Pep's rhythm, exposing a lack of depth and forcing awkward tactical experiments like Mateus Nunes and Bernardo Silva at fullback. With Aid Nouri now in City, finally have a dependable, natural left back who can both invert into midfield and provide width, giving wingers like Foden or Doku the freedom to roam centrally. His arrival ends the reliance on makeshift options and improves City's transitional play on both flanks. In midfield, Reinders is a major coup. He brings ball progression, defensive energy, and late runs into the box, helping reduce reliance on Rodri while giving Foden more license to stay forward. Cherki, meanwhile, addresses a void left by Kevin De Bruyne. With his vision, close control, and daring dribbles, Cherki adds a different creative edge, one that aligns with Pep's positional play principles while injecting youthful flair. At centre back, Kusanov and Reis ensure City can build from the back even in the absence of Stones or Diaz. Their composure and ball carrying ability keep City's high line intact. Up front, Marmoush offers flexibility, able to play on either wing or as a second striker. He stretches defenses and gives Haaland more space. Overall, these signings don't just fill gaps, they evolve City's identity toward a younger, more vertical and pressing heavy system. Now to the departures. The most seismic exit is undoubtedly Kevin De Bruyne, who joined Napoli on a free transfer, marking the end of a glittering era. Though irreplaceable in terms of leadership and technical brilliance, his £400,000 per week wage was unsustainable, and his persistent injury issues left City short when it mattered. Kyle Walker has also moved to AC Milan on loan with an option to buy, another high wage veteran phased out to make space for youth. Ederson, long a staple of City's build from the back identity, is reportedly close to a move to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, while Bernardo Silva has been linked with Barcelona and Paris Saint Germain. Both departures would be financially motivated, aimed at trimming the wage bill and refreshing the tactical group. Jack Grealish, once City's £100 million marquee signing, is perhaps the most disappointing case. With just small unleague start in 2025, no goals and increasingly peripheral performances, even his fan favorite status couldn't shield him. Omitted from the Club World Cup squad and labelled as needing a new challenge by Pep, Grealish appears set for an exit, possibly back to Villa or Tottenham. These exits align with City's push to reduce the wage burden and make way for hungrier, tactically flexible players. While losing the likes of De Bruyne, Silva, and Ederson could be painful, the long-term sustainability benefits are clearer. On the financial front, City remain well within PSR profit and sustainability rules. Despite the £293 million spent, offloading high earners like De Bruyne, Mahrez, Laporte, and Gundogan in recent windows, along with strong commercial revenue, means the club is not under pressure to sell for compliance. The club's wage to turnover ratio remains healthy, and their ability to reinvest while staying compliant reflects Viana's smart financial planning. As for rumored targets, Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest is another creative midfield option being monitored, while Everton's Jarrad Branthwaite has emerged as a defensive target should City look to further bolster the backline. So, who underperformed last season? According to fans on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Reddit's MCFC forums, three names came up repeatedly. Mateus Nunes signed for £50 million. He struggled with consistency and looked completely out of depth when used out of position at full back. Pep's own comment that Nunes isn't clever enough for midfield said it all. Jack Grealish, as mentioned, just one league start and no goals in 2025 made his presence hard to justify. Phil Foden, a surprise inclusion, but some fans criticize his lack of consistency despite 24 goal contributions. The expectations on Foden are sky high, and while injuries played a role, the frustration was palpable. These players symbolize City's underwhelming season, one where even the brightest stars dimmed under pressure. As we wrap up, Manchester City's 2025 to 26 rebuild stands as a bold yet calculated step into a new era. The £293 million investment in Ait Nouri, Cherki, Reinders, Kuzanov, Reis, Gonzalez, Marmoush, and Bettinelli is not just about spending, it's about re engineering a squad to reflect Pep's evolving tactical needs and Viana's financial vision. The possible exits of De Bruyne, Grealish, Silva, and Edison represent the end of an era, but also the start of something new. With Rodri returning to fitness, Haaland in his prime, and fresh blood rejuvenating the spine, the pieces are falling into place. City fans might still mourn what was, but there's every reason to be excited for what's coming. Pep has never shied from revolution, and this season could be his most thrilling reinvention yet. Stay tuned to the Sky Blue rebuild. The transfer window is still open, and the story is far from over. Ours